Hey guys, I'm Nicholas live here with professional traders John and David. We have Stellar Lumens for you today. It's a trade with medium to low risk and amazing potential. Now it's better known as XLM or STR, and it's a decentralized version of Ripple with essentially the same theme. Now there are some amazing things happening with patterns. John, can you tell us more, please?
Yeah, thanks, Nicholas. So we've been keeping our premium subscribers posted over the last really as much as a week that we expect a move up coming in the next several days. And that all started, like the highest probability of a breakout was going to be today, tomorrow, and the next day. So we're watching everything to see what the best trades are if we're going to enter something, because the market should be moving up here. And in watching the short-term charts on Stellar, we saw on the 30-minute chart, we had a cup and handle formation, which is bullish, broke out with volume, which is what you're looking for these sort of pattern trades, and then had a retest, which we've talked about in many videos, very common after a breakout. It's like, oops, that was a fake. Let's just go back and get everybody to bail on their trades. And that's where we entered. So we were able to get in at 21.8. And entering on a retest of a breakout is a tip that you can use on really any trade you're looking to do, but we did it today. So why do we pick Stellar versus other large altcoins? Well, the reason is called relative strength. And relative strength can be shown on the daily chart really effectively in this particular setup, where we saw Stellar move up with some good volume, but then it pulled back just like the rest of the market. And if you think about the Ethereum trades that we've been showing you, and a couple we got stopped out on, and we've entered a new one, Ethereum went below its recent low. Stellar has reversed on higher volume so far today. We have to, confirm that at the close, but it's looking really good. It went down and then shot back up, good volume. And then look, it never even came close to testing that low. That's very bullish. So that means it's performing stronger than Ethereum, and we like Ethereum too. So if we like that, we like Stellar even better. So now the question is, we know we've got a good trade setup, we've got a breakout. How do we manage this trade? And we have no one better to show us that than our pro trader, David. Let's turn it over to him, and he'll tell us how we're setting it up. David?
Thanks, John. Good morning, Nick. We entered this at 0.218, like you mentioned, John. We're doing this as a full-size trade. We're going to end up having about 9% at risk with our setup. If that's too much for you to bear, then take a smaller size entry. Our stop on this, we're going to put at the bottom, just below today's low, which is just below 0.20 on there, John. We're going to call it 0.198. And again, that's about a 9% loss. Our target on this, our initial target is, we're going to take a little off, just under 25. Let's call it 0.248. That'll give us a 1.5 to 1 reward to risk ratio, which is fine with this. There's another way you could play this, and it would be a smaller position and put your stop down below the low that John has indicated there, which is just below 16. That's not the one that we're going to take for now, but just want to mention it in case you want to stay in this trade a little bit longer, take a smaller position. We do see some upside targets on this above 275 and above 0.3 and beyond. So we won't take the full position off at 248. If we get there, we'll probably take a little bit off and roll our stops up. But we do like the setup, and I really do like that with the makings of today's volume and the extended candle on the daily chart. So that's why we're in this one. John, back to you.
Thanks, David. So what's our tip for today? We already talked about look for relative strength. That gives you a higher probability of success if we do get a move up. But I'm going to balance that by giving you a concept we trade and always keep in mind, and that is we're in a bearish trend. And that means many trades don't work that'll work when they work in a bullish trend. So what you should be thinking as a trader is we're in a bearish trend until we're not. And that can be through patterns, seeing higher prices with higher volume, consistently bullish indicators. You're looking for a package of information that's going to say, yeah, things are really starting to move. This trade is not an example of this. Trade is an example of getting in on the ground floor, and we're seeing enough indicators, but we're managing our risk. And why is that important for all traders to remember is because you must honor your stops, especially in these bearish trends. And we don't mind getting stopped out if we can manage our risk. So keep that in mind, and you're going to find you're going to be far more successful, and you will hit the trades at work because you're in more trades, not taking too much risk. Over to you, Nicholas.
Yeah, of course, and make sure you guys do see our Ethereum trade, which will be coming up shortly. Just make sure you're subscribed to get that notification. And since this trade is being made and that last candle on the right side is not done yet, make sure you guys check back in later tonight when the day is over for this trading day, and you guys can see if we made any comments depending on how this day closes out. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.